Hi, welcome to this tutorial where I'll be showing you how to create a main menu, a pause menu and a game over menu. So if I just show you what I've made, okay. So when I press play, it comes up with two buttons, start and quit, and I can no longer move my character. If I press start, then I am able to move my character and run about in the world. When I press P, the game pauses, and this animated pause sign pops up. And I can no longer move my character. When I press P again, the world unpauses and the animation goes back. And when my character dies, so I just have this set up to take damage from a keybind, it says game over, retry or quit. If I press retry, it goes back to this original menu. If I press quit, then the game quits. So let's show you how to create this. So first off, we're going to go to the third person blueprints, or whichever blueprints you would like. And then I'm going to go to my third person blueprints folder, and I'm just going to create a new folder. So we go to add new and folder, and I'm going to call this menus. Double click menus to open, and now here I'm going to create my widgets. So the first one I'm going to create is my main menu. So I'm going to right click, user interface, and then widget blueprint. Just call it main menu. And I'm going to pin this up here. And I'm just going to get a button. And then I'm going to put text onto that button and rescale. So the text I'm just going to call play. And I'm going to just shove that in the middle somewhere, and then I'm going to copy and paste this button, click canvas panel and paste, it'll pop up here, and now I will call this text quit. So this button I'm going to rename BTN play for button play, and this one BTN quit for button quit. And I'm going to create my next one, which is going to be game over. And this one's going to be quite similar. I'm just going to have a text block that says game over, set its color to about red, because it's, big and you've sort of failed thing. Set its size for about 250 or something, because it's relatively large then. And then, like the last one, we just want two buttons with text in them, so just drag the text and drop it onto the button. In the text I'm going to put retry, and then copy that button and paste it in the canvas and call this one quit. I'm going to make sure you drag the button. And then rename these again, BTN quit, GO for game over, BTN retry, GO. So now we've got these widgets set up, we need to actually have them be able to be used. So for the play, I'm just going to press the play button and go to onClicked. And I'm going to do the same for the quit. So just press the button and then set and onClicked. Now for this one it's relatively simple. I'll just drag off here, type quit in there and quit game. So now we want to go blueprint and game mode and open full blueprint editor. Now right click and we want an event begin play. And what we want to do is we want to construct our main menu. So I'm just going to pull off here and do create a widget. From my class, I want to select main menu. Come off here again and do add to viewport. So now this is added to viewport upon the game starting, and I want the return value to be the target. From here, I want to actually disable input, target being the get player character, and my player controller, get player controller. So now the character actor and the player's controller have no input, so the character can't move forwards. And then what we also want to do is set mouse. So you want to take off context sensitivity and then set show mouse cursor, tick it, and then get the player controller for the target. So that means when I press play, this menu pops up and I can't move my character, but I can use the mouse to select the play and quit buttons. As you saw when I press quit, the quit event happened. So now we want to make it so when I press on play, we actually get to play. So what I'm going to do here is drag off on clicked for BTN play and do remove from parent. So this is just going to remove it from the main menu. So if I just show that, and it's gone. Now we need to do the set show mouse, takes context sensitivity off, set show mouse cursor, set it to false, and we want to get our player controller, and then from here we also want to enable input. Player controller being this one, and get player character. So here now we have our main menu, where when I press play, I can now move my character about. Now, if you wanted, you could even go so far as to have it so this set game paused to true. And then when we enable input, we want to set game pause to false. Just so that nothing in the world is happening until we press play, and then the world loads up. Now in game over, we want to do the same thing. So on clicked for quit, we just want to quit the game. And then for retry, when we do on clicked, we want to open level, and we just want to input this level, third person example map. And the reason we're not opening the level is because that's just going to reset the entire level. So if this is sort of like your twin stick shooter or sort of like your temple run style games, you're just going to want to keep opening that level again and again just to refresh it. Now we want to actually set it so the game over screen can be called upon our character's death. So I'm going to go to my third person character blueprint, and I'm going to add a new variable, and I'm going to call it health. Set it to a float, compile it, and give it a default value of 100. So now we have a character health. We want to be able to call the game over screen when they die, so we want to add a new function which we'll call take damage. And take damage will be called whenever something interacts with our player that will damage it. So for this we need a new input. Our new input will be damage taken. Set that to a float and compile it. So now what we want to do is we want to drag in our health, and we want to set our health equal to our current health minus the damage taken. So for that we need to right click and get a float minus a float and get our current health. Place that one in the top. Place the damage taken in the bottom, and that is our new health. Now we want to branch, so hold B and left click, because now we want to check, is our health less than or equal to 0? So if we get a flow is less than or equal to, put this in the top, leave that at 0 and put the condition in. So on true, we want to call game over. On false, we don't want to do anything. On true, we want to do exactly like we do in the beginning. So we want to create the widget. We want to create our game over widget and add it to the viewport. From here, I want to disable input for my player, and then I want to again remove context sensitivity, set mouse, show mouse cursor to true, and then I just need to get player character, and get player controller. Compile it. So to test this, I'm going to set up a button. I'm just going to use E. I'm going to say on release E, take damage, and I'm just going to take 100. So now when I press play, my character spawns. When I press E, game over screen, and I can't move. When I press retry, the level's loaded again, it's all pause, and I can play again, or I can quit. So that is very simply how to create a main menu and a game over screen for your game, dependent on your character's health. In the next video I'll be showing you how to create the pause screen as seen in the example before, so I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If your opinions are otherwise, you have any questions, advice or suggestions, just leave it in the comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks guys, bye.